Hello! As promised, this is a short demo video of Audiencer, and in just a few words, Audiencer is a SaaS app that helps Facebook advertisers find interest to target with their ads. And when I say Facebook advertisers, I mean anyone who is selling, who is doing e-commerce, who's dropshipping, who's selling their digital products like SaaS apps or maybe courses, ebooks, etc. Audiencer helps them all to find interest to target with their ads. And just a quick overview of our features. You can quickly search for interests, like if you want to check if an interest is available. You can explore our niches in our system, and this is one of our unique features we have with Audiencer. Just by telling Audiencer the niche you work in, Audiencer is able to give you targeted interest to use in your ad sets. Then you can create and manage audiences, and the audiences under an Audiencer are basically some sort of buckets or collections of interests, if you will. They're not like the typical audiences in the ads manager, so do not confuse them. Then you can get suggestions, and more important than that, adaptive suggestions. So these adaptive suggestions match your context and basically give you way better suggestions than any engine out there. You can, if you want to, you can analyze keywords. We have a couple. We have some internal metrics to calculate how relevant a keyword is. Then if you don't know what a keyword is when you find it, one interest is, you can search on Facebook for it. Like, you have buttons right there in the app, and you can also search Google for it, and you can go to the audience insights to look at it and discover maybe more interests. Then once you find interest that you think they're worth targeting, you can add them to your audiences, and this is how you basically save your work for later. Like, if you want to come back and reanalyze the interest, you can do so. Then all you have to do once you found some interest is to quickly copy them and deploy them in your ad sets. Now let me take you through some of the features. The first one is obviously the easiest one. Basically, we're going to quickly search for an interest. Let's assume in this example we're in the dogs niche, and I'm going to search for dogs and see what pops up. And now you see the first thing you see, the search results returned over 400 interests, and this is the main difference between Audiencer and the ads manager, because the ads manager, when you search for anything, it only gives you 25 interests, and Audiencer gives you the full list that's returned via the API. And basically you can scroll down and choose from here. And you have on the left side, you have the audience size worldwide. Then on the right side of the results, you have a couple of buttons. You can add it to one of your audiences. This is the list of my audiences in my project, in my current project. We also have projects. So basically, projects help you stay organized. Like, if you have 60 audiences, you can have them organized into multiple projects, because we have clients that work in agencies, and in those agencies or as freelancers, and they have multiple clients. And because they have multiple clients, each client is in a niche, and they need to do research for multiple clients. And when you have more than 10-20 audiences, it starting to get messy, and this is why I added the project concept in here. Then if you want to, for example, you found I love dogs and want to search for it, you just click on this button. If you want suggestions for it, you click on the suggestion buttons. If you want to copy and paste it into the ads manager, you don't have to select it over here. Just click on the copy button, and if you want to, you can also go to audience insights, search Google or Facebook if you don't know what that is. So, like, for example, watch dogs. If I go to Google, it tells me it's some sort of movie, I think, or or game, PS4. Yeah, it's a game. It's a video game. Yeah, so that wouldn't be a good interest to target. Next, I want to show you how to create and manage audiences, because these audiences are the backbone of the application. And what I mean by that, I mean that it's the way you tell audiencer the niche you are in. It's the way audiencer learns from you, from your searches, from whatever results you get. And basically, audiencer this way is capable of crunching a lot of data and coming up with all the suggestions. So basically, what you need to do is click on the new audience button, and in here you'll type a name, and then you'll type the niche you are in. In our case, let's say dogs, and also we want to choose from here dog lovers, because that's our avatar. Next, save and continue, and in here you can also search for interests. It's like the quick search I showed you earlier, but in here, because we now have a context, we have the dogs niche. Audiencer also shows us how relevant these interests are to our niche. So for each of those, you see you have some scoring. Then on the right side, you also have the buttons as I showed you earlier. Then you have Facebook suggestions and audiencer suggestions. And what the audiencer suggestions does is it gives you all of the interest it has for your niche. So like for example, French Bulldog, this is a breed, and you see it has a high relevance score. Then you have National Dog Show, Dog Chow, Slime Toy. Let me search on Google for it. Yeah, I think it's something for dogs. Then you have Purina One, which is a food brand, and dog behavior. This is training related. And what you want to do when you found some interests is to add them. And let me add some. Let me add some food brands. Petco, this is a store. Purina Meals, also food brands. Yukanuba, Pedigree Pet Foods. And apart from that, I'm going to add some behavior and training stuff. And let me show you some cool things. Dog training, dog walking. Let me search. Actually, this is where you can find your saved interests, and from here what you can do is you can select them all and ask for suggestions from Facebook, and Facebook will give you some more things to look at. But what I want to show you is the adaptive suggestions, because if I select only the food related brands and interests and click on the suggestions button, is going to give me more food brands. Whereas if I go back and only select the dog training ones, is going to give me dog agility, Labrador Retriever Conformation Show. Let me do it again, because I only had 2 interests and it's not that precise with only 2 interests. Now I have 4, and you see it started to give me more dog training related interests, like flyball or tracking, rally obedience trial, dog breed puppy, dog behaviorist. You see, there are a lot of interests, and just by selecting them, you basically build your context and tell Facebook what kind of suggestions to give you, and this is super powerful. And finally, I want to show you the Niche Explorer. You can access it from here, and what it does is it lets you search just by the niche name and just go ahead and explore everything we have. So let me type again dogs, and when I click here, I can just scroll and analyze, pick from here, add to my ad sets, Basically, these are all the interests Audiencer has for the dogs niche, and you can do this for, I don't know, programmer. And you see when you click here, it gives you computer programming, JavaScript, web development, software, Java, computer security, yada yada yada. A lot of programming languages. Or you can do home decor, general contractor, home interiors, home designing, etc., etc. You have I don't know, something with B, Facebook marketers, Tim Robbins, Kevin, Seth Godin, Think and Grow Rich. So a lot of entrepreneurship related and business related books and people. But anyway, we have like right now we have like 2,000 keywords, niche keywords, from which you can choose and start exploring for interests you want to. And of course, after you find something, you can add it to one of the audiences. This menu pops up in here, and they are the audiences you can find in here. And once you have added quite a few interests to your audience, basically you click on it, and you can find your interest under the Saved Interest tab. Then you can select all, copy them, and paste them. Let me show you an input. They're now in my clipboard, and if I paste, you see all of them are here. And if I want to add them to my ad sets, I just click on the detailed targeting, and it adds them automatically, all of them. Okay, that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this short demo, and let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.